everyone, welcome to season 2 of Coffee with Friends, and I'm so happy that we are back for season 2. So for those of you who are new here, so Coffee with Friends basically it's a platform that my sister and I started about a year ago where we encourage young individuals, inspiring individuals to come on board, to come on air and share about their stories, their journeys, their thoughts, and also their encouragement in regards to mental health. So we talk about various topics relating back to mental health. So that's Coffee with Friends. And today I am so happy and I'm so excited to have a very wonderful person, a wonderful friend to join the first episode. So to kick off season 2, I have with me Amir Azizi. So a little bit about Azizi, or as I usually call him, Abang Azizi. For those of you who are not familiar with the term Abang, Abang means older brother in Bahasa Melayu. So I refer to him as Abang in a form of respect. So Abang Azizi, okay, so a little bit of background about him. He has a diploma in medical assistance and also he's currently completing his bachelor's in psychology from UKM. UKM stands for the National University of Malaysia. And he is also currently working as the assistant medical officer in Labuan Health Department. So for those of you who are not sure where Labuan is, you can search the internet and Google it and you will know exactly where it is. It's an island. That's the hint, right? So welcome, Abang Azizi.
Hi, Kavena. So, hi, everyone.
How are
I'm so
you?
excited to be here. Yeah, I'm very good. I'm feeling good today. This
Nice,
morning.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. So,
How
Abang
are you,
Azizi,
Kavena?
I'm doing good. I love the weather. The weather's really great, even though it's a bit gloomy. But this is a time where in Malaysia we appreciate the rain. I'm doing
Indeed.
I'm doing really well. So, Abang Azizi, would you like to briefly share about yourself to the audience?
Okay, hi, everyone. My name is Amir Azizi, but biasanya orang panggil Azizi lah. I prefer that way. So, I'm the third child of 6. Dan berumur 31 years old this year. So, actually, sekarang tengah cuti belajar. So, I'm completing my bachelor degree of psychology together with Kavena. So, tengah internship. I'm doing my internship in a law firm. Then, selepas ni saya akan balik ke Labuan.
Wow, best. I still remember when Abang Azizi, I think it was 2019, you brought for us the Kisses chocolate and you came back from Labuan. So like, wow, that was really nice. So for
Labuan is a free duty island.
Can, just like Langkawi, so lucky, so nice. Everything is a bit cheaper. So to our audience, for those of you who are, okay, so just to share how I connected with Abang Azizi is masa tu 2019, masa tu dalam tahun kedua, we are both classmates, we are doing the same program, psychology. So I think it was our, if I'm correct, was our
group assignment. It's a statistic group, the first assignment.
Exactly, dengan Dr. Rahim. So so we were in the same group and that was the first time I actually knew that, hey, ada budak baru lah in class. It was the first time because that's the first, I think, the semester that Abang Azizi came back, right? So then I was really excited, like, oh, who's this new kid? So happened when we were supposed to have the group discussion, so we gathered around like, so we were supposed, like me and a few others, we planned, okay, we set a date and time and then we gathered at the faculty. So happened, myself and Abang Azizi were the first. So we sat down at a table and then we started a conversation and then Abang Azizi mentioned to me that he is actually, he had cancer and he came out of it. And the reason why that topic came about was because he told me his age. He was like 31 years old, and at that time I was 22 years ago. Oh yeah, I was 21. So I was like, whoa. So I was like, big age difference and all that. So he was like, don't tell anyone my age. So I was like, okay. But not everyone knows Abang Azizi's age. So yeah. So So that's
how we first met. And so I've known him for 2 years, and I can say that ever since meeting him, Abang Azizi has been a source of inspiration for many, for a lot of us, our classmates, the general public, his peers, anyone who sees Abang Azizi. It's hard not to be inspired by his journey. And I was very inspired from the moment he told me about him going through cancer, coming out of it, and I was very moved because when he was telling me this, he was smiling. And I think that's a very powerful moment for me because it showed me how strong of a spirit Abang Azizi has. So, and yeah.
So that's basically how we met. And he's a wonderful person to work with. If anyone has worked with him, he's very committed. He's like one of the best roommate I ever had. Can Abang Azizi?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, he's a wonderful person. Always very cooperative. Always up for anything. Even though it's embarrassing, he's willing to do it for the team. So I salute you for that. So thank you for helping our group assignments. I believe we got an A because of you. So thank you so much. And okay, so
basically, to our viewers, today we are going to hear more about Abang Azizi's journey, from how he battled against cancer, how he came out of it, and how he's currently thriving. So, to get started, right, Abang Azizi, let's just get into the topic. So, would you be okay to share with us how it started from your diagnosis of cancer, and can you share with us that whole journey?
Yeah, sure. I hope whatever I am going to tell is something that you can take it as not a positive. It's a positive. Ambil sajalah yang mana penting. Then kalau apa-apa yang rasa is not necessarily sesuai untuk yourself, then just leave it. I diagnosed with cancer in somewhere in August 2018, I think. Okay, time tu sebenarnya I started with having back pain, lower back pain, and then sampai ke ujung kaki. All the way tu memang sakit, very freaking pain. So I cannot sit, I cannot lie, I cannot walk. Memang it's unbearable pain. So from Pusat Kesihatan UKM, they sent me to Hospital Sedang to get further check-up lah. So I was under treatment of orthopedic there. So bila tengah undergoing all the treatment and physiotherapy, everything, I started to have very difficulty in talking. So nak bercakap suara apa semua sangat susah nak keluar. So kalau I nak cakap tu terpaksa macam menjerit baru orang lain boleh dengar. I cannot eat. So I cakap, what's wrong with me? Am I having sore throat or something? So pergi check. Saya tengah ortho punya review. So I cakap, boleh tak check my throat? Macam ada something lah. So I cakap, lain ni. So they referred me to ENT clinic lah there in Hospital Sedang. A week after, so I get my appointment. So pergi check. They scope, masukkan kamera through my hidung, cakap, this is like tumor, a big one. So we have to do something about that lah. So doktor cakap, Azizi, you kena masuk ward ni, dan kita nak buat extraction. So bukan extraction lah, dia nak ambil biopsi to see what is that. So dia cakap, a week after this, masuk ward. Okay lah, I prepared lah. So bila nak balik, on the way balik, I'm from Johor. So by the time tengah cuti semester, so I nak balik Johor, tiba-tiba dapat call from Hospital Sedang ENT. Klinik cakap, tak jadi Azizi, you cannot go home, masuk terus immediately. The day that I went for my first review in ENT clinic, ear, nose and throat. Sebab dia cakap, our consultant tak berani ambil risiko, takut dia block your airway, terus tak boleh inilah. So I patah balik lah. I patah balik, masuk ward. The next day, I did my, dia cakap, okay, kita nak buat biopsy, tapi because of there is a tumor that blocking my airway, almost blocking my airway. That's why I cannot talk. Because whenever someone talks, dia perlukan udara untuk bercakap, to vibrate and everything. But then because of the thing is blocking my ni, that's why I susah nak bercakap. And seriously, I tak makan ya. I drink stuff, but I cannot eat. Makan je muntah. So, dia cakap, Azizi, kita nak buat biopsy, tapi because of you have this kind of bulking punya tumor dekat your ni, kita tak boleh nak tidurkan you secara biasa masuk tube. So we have to tebuk your leher.
Okay.
So I did my tracheostomy here. Aku kata, alamak. So I'm living with the tracheostomy for 9 months.
Wow.
Almost a year, 9 months. Having that is very difficult for me lah. So, about 2 weeks after, dia cakap, okay, actually this is lymphoma, it's a cancer. I was speechless. By the time I received my result, I was alone. My family is all in Johor, so cannot go. So, dia cakap, so you have cancer, what you are going to do about it? What are you feeling? Apa yang you rasa sekarang? Tak rasa apa-apa. To be honest, I tak rasa apa-apa lagi. Dia macam speechless. Okay, kita kena refer to Abang Hospital, because Abang Hospital is yang mana ada hematologist, darah, the only in Malaysia. So, I cakap tak boleh ke nak balik ke Johor, because I'm living in Johor. To start treatment, everything kan susah. It's difficult for me to commute from Johor to KL, because tak boleh, sebab the only specialist in darah punya cancer, darah type cancer is in Abang. So terus admit petang tu, I started my first chemo the next day without anyone.
Oh my god.
Without having my family aside, without having my friends. So I didn't talk about it, and my family tanya, Mate, I dipanggil Amir kat rumah, tapi all my friends Azizi lah. Only my family panggil. So Amir, kat mana? Ada ni dengan kawan. Padahal I dekat what I do, nak starting my first chemotherapy. Saya cakap, semua macam tak percayalah. But then, I went my first chemo without no one notice. The next day baru time nak discharge tu, baru cakap sebenarnya tengah chemo, baru lepas chemo. Everyone was shocked and mad. My sisters was mad at me. Cakap, kau kenapa tak bagi tahu? No, I need my time to be alone. I went through by myself. Dan mula doktor cakap 5 cycle of chemo. 5 cycle of chemo means 1 bulan, 1 kali treatment untuk 5 bulan. But then dia keeps on adding the cycles from 5 to 7 until I think last cycle is 9 cycle of chemotherapy.
Wow.
So okay, for the first 5 cycle tu, time tu I was in semester 3 and Kavena was in year 1 I think. Good time tu. So masih pergi kelas lagi with dengan tracheostomy lagi dekat sini, pakai trachea. I went to class. So what I did is I put my mask here, face mask tu, instead of I pakai, then I put another mask here dekat trachea punya ni, sebab it's a direct from outside, so you have to filter. So I letak mask di sini and then I pakai selendang or shawl to balik my neck, so that everyone would notice. Saya pergi kelas, time tu semua all the lecturers know lah, my friends, your seniors, our seniors pun tahu. Cakap, boleh ke pergi kelas lagi? Boleh. And then bila the first 3 cycles dah settle, I dah started having hair loss, no eyebrow and whatsoever, and then I start to feel very weak. So Dia cakap, boleh ke nak teruskan? At one point, Dr. Mazia, which is my supervisor, dia datang to visit me on my day of chemo. I was crying, cakap susah sangat. It's very painful procedures lah, chemotherapy. I cannot eat. I start having high temperature, high grade of fever, susah. So dia cakap tak apa Azizi, saya tolong you untuk tangguh. Kita tangguh dulu. So I tangguh my pengajian lah for a year. Dan barulah masuk ke Kavena as a classmate.
Wow. So
pada waktu tu bulan 8, I was supposed to fly to Taiwan on September because I got scholarship for Mandarin language from Embassy of Taiwan. That is the only scholarship that I've got. But at the age of 28, it's very difficult for me to get the scholarship for my undergrad because of the exceeding the age. So I was excited lah bila Embassy of Taiwan offered me the scholarship to do Mandarin in Taiwan University.
Wow.
Tapi because of I cannot speak at the moment, so I have to tolak this tawaran lah. So duka cita jugalah, tapi apa boleh buat, just went through the chemotherapy session.
So Abang Azizi boleh cakap tak Mandarin?
Sekarang tak boleh lah because I took some other foreign language. I took German.
Ooh.
In third year, awal third year tu ambil German lah. Instead of Mandarin, I took German.
Nice. So can you speak German?
A little bit. I can understand lah.
Oh, lama. That's
very basic. Very basic lah.
Nice. So basically, Abang Azizi, you recovered after 9 months. So that's when you joined Sabinya batch, Abang Azizi was completely okay already.
Well, to be honest, it's not completely okay. Tapi the treatment has already completed. No more chemo. But then when I went for my second scan, the cancer cell is still there, but it's not active as it was before. It does not. The cancer cell is not aggressively beraktiviti dalam tu sangat macam yang dulu lah. Dia tak sangat agresif. It's still there. And then my consultant cakap, actually ni kita kena start another session of chemotherapy. Cakap, what? Dah tangguh setahun kot. Then sampai bila nak chemotherapy? Cakap, tapi this one can manage lagi lah kot. But that's why setiap bulan I have to go to check up untuk check lah sama ada how my condition is. Kalau misalnya I started to have all these symptoms, then no choice, I have to start the treatment back. So sekarang setiap bulan pergi follow up lagi lah. Thank God the cancer cell is dormant.
Yay! Awesome.
Dah 2 tahun lah. Last treatment was in 2019 April. So ni dah 2021, almost 2 years no treatment.
Yay! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Harap Abang Azizi don't have to go back for treatment forever. I'll pray for that. So when
Abang Azizi, when you were diagnosed with cancer, what stage was it? Was it a stage 1 or?
It's a stage 3, 2 to 3 lah.
Okay.
But I lost 10 kilos of my body weight at that time. I didn't notice. 10 kilos is huge, man. In 1 month, I think.
Oh my God, that is a lot.
Wow. So you have a background in you have a medical background, kan? So when you were going through this whole process, pergi biopsy, dapat diagnosis, and then pergi for chemo, kan? Did you feel that your medical knowledge did help you in a way to better prepare or better expect what's gonna happen if macam contohnya kalau Abang Azizi pergi untuk chemo? were you aware of what the possible side effects would be? So did that mentally help you to face the entire process?
Okay. Untuk mulanya, yes, I have medical background, but then it's not special to. I have no specialty to cancer treatment and whatsoever. But my background is kesihatan awam and forensic and as well as emergency medicine. So when it comes to all these medicals punya to be exact cancer punya treatment, I have nothing know about that. So tak tahu banyak lah, tapi I know lah side of symptom of cancer, chemotherapy punya treatment. Cuma bila sendiri yang alami, walaupun kita sudah tahu tentang apa yang akan berlaku, it's very difficult for us to accept it as a whole. So I progressively untuk terima that I have cancer, I undergo chemotherapy, then I will have this and that. So bila start having the loss of hair, untuk cycle kedua, I start to have loss of hair lah. I masukkan tangan je, memang banyak ni.
Segumpal like that.
So I asked my brother to, boleh tak tolong hantar pergi barber, I need to shift lah. Sebab bila you nampak dia punya rambut macam tu, shit, what is happening to me? Macam tak nak terima lah. Tapi bila dah pergi tu, dah botak semua, okay, lega lah bila bangun tak nampak rambut bersepah walaupun kita dah tak ada rambut tentu. Sampailah masuk cycle keempat, cakap I cannot go lah with this kind of physical, sebab tak ada rambut, tak ada apa. So I call my friend, cakap macam mana I was so down, I was so depressed. Rambut ni bukan mahkota untuk perempuan je, tapi semahkota for lelaki as well. So bila rambut tu, you will definitely memang akan, your self-esteem will be down. So my friend cakap, okay tak apa, jom lepas treatment, lepas habis your chemotherapy session, lepas habis you punya side effect, post effect chemo, sebab lepas daripada chemo, you have to stay dekat untuk to make sure that the treatment went well, all the side effects will be
observation
okay.
Lah.
Observation lah. So lepas observation, I keluar, orang my friend bawa pergi ke there's auntie yang jual wig. So dia orang belikan saya wig. So happy lah because ada rambut dah sekarang. Tapi it's a wig lah. So it keeps me on cakap, aku okay je sebenarnya. Aku ada cancer tapi aku boleh manage well. Sebab aku ada rambut lagi. So wig tu sebenarnya penting ya. Boost yourself confidence.
It's the wig, the one, was it brown in color yang tu kan?
That was my third wig.
Oh,
I had several wigs.
Okay. So did Abang Azizi like try different styles ke ataupun satu style je?
Yeah, ada 3 styles kot.
Nice. So currently like you're still keeping those wigs lah?
Yeah, ada lagi dekat rumah. I hold down. I keep those wigs.
You know, Abang Azizi, when you started experiencing loss of hair and then you decided to shave your head and then your friends got you a wig, so when Abang Azizi, when you wear the wig and when you take out, like throughout the day you wear the wig and then balik rumah and then you take out the wig, during that process of getting used to losing hair, wearing a wig to cover the baldness, how was the process of accepting that this is me? I'm Azizi, I'm going through something. This is part of my journey. How was that experience for you?
Okay, to be honest, it's very difficult. I think everyone who undergo the same process mesti cakap this is very difficult untuk catch up with our own self. Tapi it is not impossible to do. So cuma everyone has their own time untuk cari macam mana how to cope with their own life. So what I did is I stand in front of a mirror. I talk to myself. Azizi, you're having trachea. You have no hair. You have no eyebrow, but then you still survive. Dan bila mana I was treated with chemo punya drugs dekat ward, tak ada orang. So I have nobody that accompanied me through the treatment. I went through the chemotherapy
throughout the 9 cycles.
The 9 cycles. So bila masuk dekat ward, saya nampak orang ada penjaga, ni ada penjaga, but then I have no caretaker. Tapi I cakap kat myself, Azizi, walaupun you tak ada penjaga, you masih boleh berjalan, you masih boleh makan, you masih boleh tertandas. So, diorang tengok lagi kesian, diorang perlukan penjaga, sebab diorang tak boleh nak bangun pun daripada katil. So, you have to be glad lah. You tak seteruk diorang. Tapi it's not, sebenarnya tak baik sebab kau cakap, orang lain lebih teruk aku. Okay, tak. Tapi it's our own punya cara untuk macam mana nak bangkit semula. You sedih. You akan sedih bila nobody is there for you through the process. Tapi I cakap, no, diorang perlukan penjaga sebab diorang lagi teruk dari kita. Kita kena bersyukur sebab kita masih boleh berjalan, kita masih boleh pergi pantry ambil ice cream. So, I have to makan ice cream,
Sedap ya.
Through the chemotherapy punya session sebab the chemo drug sangat panas.
Okay.
So your mouth will blister so easily. So sambil you treatment, sambil you makan ice cream. Then kau tak cukup ice cream, call je nurse. Tolong bawa ice cream. So my friend yang keeps visiting, dia akan belikan ice cream. Kat pantry tulis ni Azizi punya. Nanti nurse akan tahu lah, boleh ambil ice cream Azizi.
Nice. So what's your favorite flavor?
No, I like the Malaysian ice cream yang panjang-panjang batang-batang tu.
It's
easy for me to.
Apa tu? The ice cream Satu Malaysia. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Okay.
So my friends belikan multiple choice of flavors lah. Dia letak chocolate lah, Nutella, whatever. Sangat sedap. So the process of macam mana I'm accepting myself is, I cakap, I have cancer, I still survive. I still manage to went all through chemos and everything. Okay, kau patut bersyukur. Ada orang yang the first cycle pun dia tak boleh survive, and too bad lah. Meninggal. Kena ni lah, cuma take your own time of accepting that it is difficult but it's not impossible to do that.
True.
So when Abang Azizi, when you're in the ward and when you're going through chemo and all that, so have you ever experienced seeing other patients losing their life, and if yes, how did Abang Azizi maintain your own mentality, your own spirit for fighting? Because it's devastating to see another person losing their life, and Abang Azizi, you've been through 9 cycles of chemo, so you've been in the ward for quite some time. So how did you ensure that your core was still strong enough to bring you throughout the 9 cycles until today?
I rasa yang the most important thing is back to your root lah. So apa saja yang berlaku dalam hidup you, must back to your root. Cakap what is your purpose of life. So I cakap, saya berdoa dengan my God, Allah, my Tuhan. Cakap, ya Allah, tolong mudahkan urusan aku. Alalah perjalanan aku ni adalah untuk kebaikan diri aku dan orang lain. Tolong mudahkan. Tolong mudahkan untuk jalan aku. Dan I was a student back then. Still a student right now. My purpose is to complete my study. So I want to help myself and other people as well. Saya cakap, kalau misalnya sekarang ni Tuhan bagi kita masa untuk reflect back to lihat sekejap from what we are currently doing. Saya cakap, this is my time that God has given me to reflect back, mungkin I terlupa sebenarnya what is my tujuan utama untuk belajar and everything to hidup. So, saya cakap, jangan risau, ini adalah cara yang mana Tuhan dengar. We always ask God to give us strength. Tapi sebenarnya dengan bagikan hardship tu, itulah yang akan membuatkan kita punya strength tu datang. So, it's a very unique way of Allah, of God giving us what kita berdoa tentang nak apa. Kita cakap, Ya Allah, bagi kita kekuatan. So, Tuhan tu datangkan kekuatan tu melalui this thing lah. So, sebenarnya doa kita tu tak salah. That's keep me alive until today lah.
Nice. You know, when you mention about that strength only comes with hardship, kan, it reminded me of kan saya ada fellow dekat college and we were having this conversation where it was a personal conversation, and then I was telling her that it's quite tough, you know, to go through that experience, and then she said, God will never give you something that you can handle. God will always give you something to test you, to build your strength. We always think that we're very strong, but no, God will always come in and will throw you a situation where you have never experienced it, but it's teaching you to be stronger. So you reminded me of that quote that my fellow shared. Then so when Abang Azizi kan, bila Abang Azizi berdoa kan, did you do a lot of visualizing? You affirm.
Yes.
You did?
Yes. Memang I sangat suka visualizing berangan. One of my friend yang datang cakap, Azizi, I cakap lah, I cerita kat dia, I'm so depressed sebab I cannot continue my study, and then macam ni, this and that. So dia cakap, Azizi, sebenarnya this is your time to berangan. Berangan is free. So you ada the whole day untuk berangan. What are you going to do after this? So salah satunya berangan is to complete my bachelor degree lah. Ini lepas ni nak buat ni lah. Tak salah. So keep visualizing yourself. If after the recovery process period, apa yang you nak buat? So always ask to your God, cakap, tolong bagi aku sedikit masa untuk settlekan yang mana patut. Tapi kalau dia nak ambil kita waktu tu, apa kita boleh buat? So God plan lagi hebat daripada kita punya plan, kan. So, tolong bagi panjangkan sikit masa ni untuk aku settlekan yang mana patut, yang mana aku boleh bantu orang lain, aku bantu. Yang mana aku boleh bantu diri sendiri, aku bantu. So berangan je. Keep visualizing yourself lah. Throughout my fight with cancer, I tried to make the best of hard situation. I always look forward instead of looking back or dwelling too much on what I was going through. Cancer is a bad thing. But what you do is it helps you to determine the outcome. Try to find the positive in every situation lah.
Wow, nice. So
I would say that it's very hard to look for good things in a bad situation. Very, very hard. But I applaud you for doing it, for even though it was tough, you still made it through, and I think that's really, really amazing. Now, so Abang Azizi, you berangan untuk graduate, untuk kan dapat ijazah and all that. So mesti you terfikir like, you
wearing the jubah, the green jubah kan, pegang your ijazah, going up on stage kan.
Betul.
And guess what? It's gonna happen soon, in a few more months.
Yeah. I'm into that.
So that I'm really looking forward for that. So coming out of it and going through the whole process, coming out of it, how has the whole experience transformed you?
Well, to be honest, cancer can't take your hopes and dreams away. So live each day to the fullest and dream of the future, never give up. So I'll always listen to Miley Cyrus song, The Climb.
Oh!
Sangat best. The words is macam shit. Lepas tu lagi satu, I think sebab I love to listen to English songs lah, especially sebabnya diorang punya words tu, lyrics sangat deep, ya. Try to find something that can take your mind away from all those negative things. Tak kisahlah apa yang you suka buat je untuk mengelakkan you dari too much focus on benda yang tak sepatutnya difokuskan. Negative things lah. Kita pun tak salah to have that kind of negative thing sebab kita as a human, kita tak boleh dah nak 24/7 untuk think positively. Tapi jangan terbawa-bawa negative thinking tu sampai affected our daily living. So cari sesuatu yang you rasa you boleh buat. You suka tengok Korean drama, go ahead, tengoklah Korean drama without doing anything else. To keep your mind busy of having that negative thoughts.
Nice.
Keep your mind. So cancer ni sebenarnya sangat-sangat membuatkan kita lebih bersyukur tentang apa yang kita ada. So cancer tu buatkan saya rasa Tuhan bagi kita masih ruang untuk kita perbaiki diri sendiri. Dan benda tu bukan sahaja untuk bagi kita, untuk bantu diri kita, tapi sebenarnya tidak langsung kita bantu orang lain juga. Sebab having this conversation, sebenarnya kita tak tahu poin mana yang orang lain akan ambil sebagai dia punya guidelines. Macam mana, kalau dia boleh buat, aku pun boleh buat. Macam tu. So, macam I have back then in Labuan, my friends, my housemate, dia kena TV, tuberculosis, mata kering. So dia menjalani rawatan tu sangat sedih sebab dia tak boleh jalan, sebab dia having side effect of having the TB treatment. Macam cancer juga, tapi dia kalah dengan allergic to TB medicine. So memang nampak dia teruk, tapi sekarang dah boleh berlari. So I keep to myself cakap, kalau dia boleh handle, kenapa I tak boleh handle? Tapi memanglah kita akan down, tapi take your time, take your own pace of having that thought. Macam mana you nak handle your life, ambil masa, sebab semua orang tak sama.
Nice.
So when Abang Azizi mentioned about take your time, right? Did going through the whole process of your cancer journey, did Abang Azizi feel that time, the whole experience gave you a sense of more time to reflect back on yourself, on your goals, everything? You reflect back on your life. Did cancer give you the opportunity to do that?
Yes, definitely.
Nice.
Dan dia sangat membuatkan kita seorang manusia yang lebih bersyukur tentang kita bersyukur kita ada ni. So gratitude is most important lah. Sebab dari situ you akan slowly develop the feeling of acceptance. Sebab memang susah nak accept you have this yang life threatening punya diseases, tapi you boleh survive kalau you have this kind of attitude lah. You kena accepting. So that the acceptance slowly changing your life in a better way sebenarnya. So kena pandai manage. Cuma jangan cakap no, this is not me. Bila ada kanser you akan mati. Tak semua orang yang ada kanser akan mati. So, kalau yang mati tu matilah. Kita tak payah apa-apa sebab nobody can be immortal. Sebab you hidup pun tak ada guarantee that you will you akan hidup secara sampai tua. Betul tak? Kalau you sihat, you tak tahu you akan mati pada usia tua. Tak ada. There is no guarantee of that. Memang semua orang akan mati. Keep that in mind. Cumanya sekarang ni bila you have this cancer, you can mati anytime. Ya. Tapi orang yang sihat pun can mati anytime. Betul tak? So, try to accept whatever it is. Remind yourself, God is with you. He is watching over you. He's testing you because He loves you. He hasn't forgotten you. He's making you stronger. So keep your faith lah. Back to your root.
Nice. I really like when you mentioned about gratitude, because I'm a huge advocate for gratitude. And when Abang Azizi bercakap pasal acceptance kan, there is a theory in positive psychology which talks about mindfulness and acceptance. Only when you're mindful, then can you progress to acceptance. Only when you understand, when you're present, when you're in the now, you know what's happening to you, you feel what's happening in your body, you know how you look. That's what Abang Azizi went through. Accepting that, yes, my hair is falling. Yes, I'm losing weight. Yes, I need to have a tube in my throat to help me eat. All that was a process of being mindful that led to acceptance. And I really like that with acceptance, then only can come healing, progression, transformation. And I'm very sure daripada when Abang Azizi the first on August 2018 you got your diagnosis kan, sampai sekarang when Abang Azizi look back, you are a totally different person. You have transformed like so many folds. You have evolved. You have become a great person. You know what you went through. You appreciate life more kan. And
I think it's macam, it's, you know, people say a beauty in disguise.
Yeah. Silver lining.
Okay. So it's like
a silver lining.
Exactly. You go through hardship. It's always like this. When we go through hardship, it's very hard for us to immediately find what's the silver lining in this. When we go through hardship, we go through so much of, we have moments where we feel so down, like, and this is what Abang Azizi went through, okay? At first you did feel down, but you always made sure you
got back up, berbangkit. You didn't allow yourself to dwell. And that is a fighting spirit. And I really like what Abang Azizi said. Actually, everything that you have said so far is really nice to hear. So the next question that I wanted to ask, and I think like how you mentioned that you referenced The Climb as like a very motivational song for you. So what are the words of encouragement that you have that you would like to convey to anyone who is going to watch this conversation, anyone out here who's going through any form of health challenges, be it the current pandemic that we are going through, be it a terminal illness that they have been struggling to over the years, anything. Do you have any words of encouragement that you would like to convey to them?
I always say to myself, if you feel that you're very down, just close your eyes and say, this is my journey. He puts me here, and it is his plan, and so I just have to carry on and trust him. Thank you Allah for giving me this opportunity to reflect back, to think that, oh, sepatutnya I think this way. So kalau misalnya, if God answer your prayers quickly, that means He loves you. Tapi kalau God is slow to answer your prayers, then Dia sebenarnya nak menguji you. Tapi kalau Dia langsung He does not answer to your prayers, then He is planning something better than you. So better for you. Sorry. So, having said that, apa pun you kena back to your own root. Tak kisah you religion apa, you reflect back. So itu adalah masa yang mana kita sebenarnya kita tak perlukan nasihat daripada orang lain at the moment. Pada itulah ada masa ni kita tidak perlukan, sebab kadang susah juga bila dapat nasihat daripada orang lain yang toxic positivity ni. So it's very difficult. Sebab kita nak orang yang boleh valid apa yang bagi validity kepada apa yang kita rasa. Tapi so the only thing yang orang lain boleh bagi validity kepada apa yang kita rasa ialah kita sendirilah bagi validity kepada diri kita sendiri. So if you feel that way, if you feel very down, just take your time. Just take your time off. Kalau you rasa you perlu take your time off from the social media, go ahead. Tak salah. So I did a lot. So I briefing everyone. So ingat, you have your own time. You have to cari yang mana you rasa kalau you tak patut buat tu, tak patut buat ni, buat je lah. So there is no specific mantra for anyone. Ikut apa yang kesesuaian you. Kalau I cakap, my mantra is have my own time je lah. Kalau I rasa perlu untuk stop from the social media for take some time off, then I take some time off. Cuma remind ourselves lah, Allah is with you, God is with you. So kalau you mati pun, you tak mati dengan sis lah. Kalau in Islam lah. I believe that all religions will teach the same teaching point. Just a tad bit more, sabar sikit. Dan yang penting, kalau boleh try to avoid ada people yang rasa toxic positivity, cakap, aku boleh, kenapa kau tak boleh? You cannot compare yourself with other people kot. You have your own pace. Nanti je lah. Adalah orang-orang yang akan sarankan itu ini, tapi ikut yang mana sesuai untuk diri kita. Jangan totally follow what other people say. Ikut your own lah.
Nice. So, but I had something in my head, but it's not coming right now. Okay, so so I got back my thought. So basically, Abang Azizi, you encourage what you're trying to say to everyone who's watching here is take your time. Always put yourself first. And I think your advice also goes to those, it resonates well with those who are mentally exhausted. Not just those who are
battling with cancer, no.
Exactly.
Tired.
Exactly. Like, I think, and that's a really good advice for myself as well, because we are currently living in a time where we are highly dependent on social media. Okay? And like what Abang
Azizi said, not everyone would be in the right position to actually say things that would help you, that would empower you. Probably they'll just say it for the sake of them saying it, but it doesn't reflect you, and that can affect you. And I like the advice about taking social media break whenever you feel that, hey, I think I need to take the break. I'm gonna take that break. And when Abang Azizi, you mentioned about how can your experience is different from another person. So how can you tell that aku boleh, kenapa kau tak boleh? We can't do that, right? And it goes back to what my parents have always told us, is like, who are we to deny the experience of others? We cannot deny, kan? Contohnya, like if Abang, if you're talking to another cancer patient or even a cancer survivor, we can never deny that, alah tak sakit lah chemo, you can get through this lah. We can't deny it. But what we
can do is to be compassionate, kan?
Yeah.
Right? I think the world needs more kinder people. Can? Right?
We need more. Avoid toxic people. Avoid toxic positivity. Yes, we have to be positive, but then kena berpada-pada lah. Kalau rasa-rasa tak boleh, is very toxic to you, then don't take it. Penerima pun kena bijak jugalah untuk to adapt those surroundings, sebab we cannot deny ada people yang very toxic to us sebenarnya. Tapi kita kena accept lah, dan kena guide ourselves. Jangan terjerumus ikut apa yang dia suruh buat. Jangan ikut diri kita sendiri. Sebab kita adalah unique. So we have our own macam cara untuk how to live with your life. Everyone is unique lah. You cannot compare. You cannot ask for other people to behave the same way you behave. Tak boleh.
Wow, I like Abang Azizi, you mentioned about everyone is unique, because I think being psychology, like we studied psychology and all that, we learned that every human being is unique. There's no two people the same. Can Everyone is different. The way we talk, the way we dress, the way we think, the way we evaluate situations, like how we see, like if we see the the situation is the same, but how we see it, our thoughts on that situation is different. Can And I like that you use the word unique rather than different, because I always feel that unique brings this is my personal thought on it. Unique gives a little bit of like special sikit lah. Like, it gives like a positive nudge to you, like, oh yeah, I'm unique, rather than say I'm different. So yeah, so that's just a personal opinion. So I really like what Abang Azizi have shared throughout the entire conversation today. And I have one more question which I feel it's really important, and we always ask our friends who join us on this session is, what is being human to you?
My personal opinion is, being human, you can allow to be naive. You allow to make mistakes. You allow to be imperfect, but to learn from your mistakes and grow your mindset to be perfect. So being human is having all will of your own and being independent. It's not a matter of how we look, but how we conduct ourselves. Tak salah kalau nak betul ke, nak salah ke, it's our own way of being human. Being human tak boleh kalau tidak melakukan kesalahan, tak boleh selalu betul. You allow to make mistakes, to feel vulnerable. Tak masalah. Tapi yang paling penting is how we conduct ourselves. Itu je lah that's being human to me lah.
Nice. So to rephrase back what Abang Azizi said, is basically for us to be human is that we are allowed to fall, but most importantly is how we get back up and how we lead life from the mistakes. Betul?
Correct.
Nice. Awesome. I think that's a very timely reminder, especially during this current situation that we're going through. And I hope that everyone who's watching this right now would feel more inspired hearing Abang Azizi's story, and it'll be really nice to see how you guys carry on living life meaningfully based on what Abang Azizi has shared. So I think we have come to the end of our conversation. Wow, quite long actually. so okay, before we wrap things up, Abang Azizi, do you have anything else that you would like to let the viewers know? Is there any message that you would like to share with anyone?
Yeah, I think the only thing is, the last thing I can share is, the pain you feel today is the strength you feel tomorrow. For every challenge faced, there is an opportunity to grow. So be it lah.
Oh my God, that was so powerful. That was so powerful. Wow. So pain. Okay, and to add on in regards to that, I like when Abang Azizi said this. It's like, pain is inevitable. We cannot avoid pain. Pain is going to be there. Cubit sikit sakit, but suffering is optional, right?
Correct.
And to overcome that gives you that strength. Oh my God. Oh, whew. Okay, I really like that. Was a really, really good final message to our audience. And yeah, I wish Abang Azizi all the best for your internship. Do really well. And I think this is our internship is counted in our CGPA. So hopefully you'll get 4 flat for this also. Then you're going to graduate with first class. And then and they say, Amir Azizi. And then you go out on stage. I'm like, wow, Abang Azizi.
Yeah, I hope to grad with you soon.
Yeah, so I wish you all the best with everything that you're going to do from now onwards. And I really, really hope that you will stay healthy. You would not be needing to go for any more treatments after this. You'll be healthy, fit, running more marathons. I hope to see you running more. And with that, I think, yeah, that's the end of our conversation. So take care, Abang Azizi. Kalau apa-apa, nanti boleh je WhatsApp, okay?
All right. Thank you. I hope you guys, Kavena, and all the audience, you have a good health, good mental health, abundance of wealth also. Just apa pun yang berlaku dalam hidup, take your time. It's not necessarily untuk settle at the moment. So take your time. Okay?
Thank you so much, Abang Azizi. Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.